Hey, 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 hey. There we go. Where is he? There he is. What's the state of this? Oh. What's the music doing? Calm down, music. That's better. That's better. Gonna get the old hair chop. I'm gonna leave it till holiday. I know the camera's a bit off. I understand that, but I'm still trying to fix it from the other day when yeah. I tried to be clever and take it off the screen. Hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to this Wednesday stream. There's also going to be some other streams set up this week as well. So we are back at it, and we are getting some regular streams going this week. Fix that camera a bit. Perfect. Yeah, so there will be some other live streams this week as well. I'm most likely going to be great start, Brian. Carry on. I am going to be live again tomorrow as well at 8 o'clock. Going to be looking at a brand new airport from Zhevietsky Designs, his new mobile airport. I think that's how they say it, isn't it? Mobile, Alabama. We're going to be taking a look at that, because apparently that's where the Airbus A220 is assembled, or at least that's what I've read. So it means that we're going to get another really immersive factory being included in the scenery. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing that tomorrow, I'm going to be getting that set up and scheduled for you guys. It'll be in the YouTube post and Discord post as well. Am I actually live on microphone? Did I press it? Yeah, there we go. Right, who is in the chat? Mrs. TPHI, thank you so much. Now, I know a couple of you guys in the chat will know exactly how to use this. One of those people being Mrs. TPHI, and also as well, funnily enough, the other person, Project Airports, they definitely know how to use it because it's their thing. Hello, take a sync before entering surprise. Okay, yeah, okay. Right, so what I wanted to do with this one, guys, is to basically start everyone, me included, from the point of signing up. So basically, the way we're going to start this live stream, let's get onto it. Let's have a little chat as we go. Here is the Project Airports website. Now, obviously, this is where the magic happens. This is where you're going to build your airport. This is where you're going to do a lot of the stuff, and then we're going to sync it over as well. Now, one thing that I do need to do, because I'll be totally honest, I don't know if it ever installed, so we're gonna have to try and get the actual companion app over there as well, so, or at least get it installed, because I'm pretty sure I tried to install it. Let's try again. So that's installing now, but I can give you a good look at the actual website. So I've signed up. What I'll do to start you off with, guys, is to show you the little live demo, just to give you an idea. The reason why I wanted to show you this, and this has been quite hard for me because I've been wanting to jump onto this to actually start getting creative and start building an airport, but I've left it because I wanted to show you the process of it. So I've signed up. This is the point of where you'll be. You've done all the bits and bobs. You've confirmed your email, and obviously we can continue and build it. Now I haven't even chose where I'm going to put this airport, so we're going to do that. Just to make you aware, as it says on screen here as well, no SDK, no dev mode, no dev mode, no command line. What that means is it's going to give people the opportunity to start building and get creative with their own sceneries and not need to mess around with the SDK. Now, I know a tiny bit of the SDK, and I got so far into building my own little airfield, and admittedly it stopped because as soon as you start getting to the point of putting buildings in and putting your details in and stuff like that, your aprons, your taxiways, it starts getting a bit fiddly. It really does, even if you want to use the included scenery objects as well. So this uses its own scenery objects. It looks pretty in depth as well. So what I need to do is I need to sign in to the companion app, because this makes it a lot easier. Now, when I open Builder, do I get taken? Yeah, I do. Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Perfect. Right. So we will go into the simulator. We will actually go into Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 in this live stream because, well, why wouldn't we? Aerodessa, good to see you. Plate Spot and Mike, obviously, good to see you as well. Alessandro, and obviously, again, like I say, we've got Dave as well. We got Dave in there. Perfect. Let's get on with this. Now, like I say, please bear with me, folks, because this is all new to me. I purposely left this for you guys to see and for me to actually experience. What I want to do is to start off by showing you the little live demo, so you don't need to sign up. This is a really good way to show you what this is capable of without going in and signing up to see whether it's for you. You can also have a little bit of a play around. You can play around with changing things. Now, as you can see, this is like sort of somewhere. I don't know where this is off the top of my head. Sorry, but this is kind of like your demo stage, and you can go in and you can start messing about with pretty much every object. You can see there's planes. You can see there's pallets, trees as well. Look at this. I can it's drag and drop, guys. It's that easy. Fences. Obviously, I'll be popping a fence in, so you can see this is a wireframe fence. And the other good thing about this is, for the most part, once you've laid down something that can be edited from there, like a farm wire fence, you can change it on the fly to a brand new fence. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can pop that in, and you've now... I'm moving things about with actually knowing here. So the editor is pretty intuitive, which is great, because that's what we need. The fact that we don't need any SDK knowledge to go into this. If you're at home with any of the Roller Coaster Tycoon or City Skylines, it's got the interface obviously isn't the same. What I'm trying to say is that if you know what you're doing there, you're going to have a whale of a time here. You're going to really enjoy it. Same with the runways. If I go onto the selection mode here and pop myself into there, you can start changing the lengths, the widths, all that business. Then you can go in and change the surface. If I've decided, actually, do you know what, this airfield, I actually want asphalt. I want, a concrete taxiway. I can stick that in there. Massive big taxiways here, aprons here. Obviously, it's going to give you a prompt. Are you enjoying it? Let's get yourself signed up, which is absolutely fine. Or you can just carry on and start playing around. You can pop foliage in, fences. Roller Coaster Tycoon is exactly what I modeled the train tools after. Well, the thing is, mate, this is so intuitive. Now, as I say, I apologize. I know, like I keep on saying, there's a couple of you guys in the chat who have had a go at this and are using it. The main person, indeed, I am in the chat that I can see is Mrs. TPHI, who I've seen on the Discord very regularly and getting involved with this. I have purposely just left off using it because I want to go in and I want to have a good look. So with that being said, let's jump right in and let's continue building. Let's get on to this is mine. It's got some bits and bobs in the bottom right to say, pick your land, design your airport, blah blah blah, and you're gonna start making what's called arrows, which is in the top right here. This is my amount that I've got to spend. Aaron Rains is in the chat. Good to see you, man. Thank you so much for coming into my live stream, mate. It means a lot. Thank you so much. It does, mate. I've not got into it. You know, this live stream could easily be hours, but I'm gonna try and be very generous with the time that I've got. And you can see that people have already started building airports. I've had a little bit of an idea of where I'm going to put this sort of new Northwest airport, if you like. Hello, I'm a first-time viewer. I made an airport based on a real abandoned airport. Nice. See, this is it, guys. This is going to start getting the creative juices flowing. It really is. And you know, I'm just picking the Northwest because this is where I am. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, so we're going to go in, we're going to make an airport. I don't know how far we'll get in the process, but we will certainly load the sim up and we'll have a look at it working. So I'm thinking it wasn't there. It was north of Blackpool. I was actually thinking, mind you, this is overlapping, so I don't know if I'll be able to do it. Oh no, I guess I will be able to. I was thinking here. I don't know if it's going to work. Kind of on the ocean bed. I don't know if that's going to work. Adam, thank you so much, mate. I really appreciate it. I have too many ideas already. This is it, mate. I mean, we can do exactly. I've obviously some guys in there who was it as well. It was that smooth 737 on YouTube said they've already done a real abandoned airport. There's gonna be so much we can get done. And mate, when you go live with this, hopefully you decide to go live. I'll be watching the live stream as always. But yeah, thank you so much, mate. I really appreciate that. I always go a bit red in the face when someone does any kind of donation, so apologize if you're starting to see the tomato face in the live chat. I was thinking here for the airport. Now, I really did want to build, you know, a decent size airport. You know, I want to build I don't know, maybe an international. I don't know. But yeah, so just to give you an idea, just before we go on, you've got your arrows, you've got your balances, you make some more up by, I think, people landing at your airfield. You also by joining Discord, by decorating your airport as well. There's a lot you can start earning for, and you can be as creative. You can start making terminals, you can make taxiways, aprons, you can make grass strips. There's a lot we can do with this one. But yeah, let's try. And I was thinking here, because I was looking around this area in the Northwest. Now obviously over here we have Woodvale. So for the guys over in the chat in the UK, or even not in the UK, for people who know, you know, their stuff about airport locations, obviously we've got Liverpool here, Manchester. We've also got Harden. We've got Chester. Someone has built an airport here. Let's have a little look. Someone's actually built an airport here, which is pretty cool. They're quite close to the Airbus factory, which is just here. Now, I was thinking somewhere on the flats of Cheshire, which I'm going to be basically in the triangle of Harden, Manchester, and Liverpool. Then we can come over here and we've got Woodvale, which is more of an ex-RAF base at this point. We do get some training flights in there. We get the odd movements. I think an A400 did a low pass of that not too many weeks ago. Then we've got obviously Blackpool Airport, which is still fully active. It can get busy. We've obviously got Wharton as well, which is BAE systems. A lot of traffic going into there. Typhoons. BAE staff going in and out with Embraers, 737s. Sometimes they get cargo flights. In fact, there was a 747 and a 767 there doing cargo flights not too long ago. So that's why I was thinking, if we keep on heading north and go into the Lake District, Morecambe. This caught my eye, this stretch, but I don't know if we're going to be able to get a runway down here. This is going to give us a runway length similar to Manchester or Liverpool. So we'll see. Chester Flight, good to see you. I put a racetrack on mine for the cross cart. That is an excellent idea. That is so cool. This is what I mean, guys. This is why I do love the obviously the community anyway, but this is why I love the land vehicles, so you can go and do that stuff. And then if you think about it, with Microsoft Flight Sim 2024, we can then, you know, look around it on foot. Do you know what? I'm going to have a little go here, guys. Not ideal because, I mean, we've got 2 plots of land there, which we'll have a little go. I was thinking this kind of big, and I know there's some farmland here, but can we make it on the seabed? Can we make it on the seabed? I don't know if that'll work. What I'd like to see, possibly, I don't know if Project Airports can actually elaborate more on this, or maybe tell us if it's possible, but making island airports similar to ones that you see over in Asia, you know, some of the Japanese airports, the Chinese airports that have got their own, you know, their own plateau, would you say, their own bit of land out in the ocean. Right, let's carry on, guys, because I feel like I'm stalling. First bit of land is going to be free, so let's see if we can do this. I might balls this up completely, but we might just have to kind of make a smaller airport than first intended. Do you know what I mean? So let's claim this land. This is our land now. We can start building. Verify your claim. Fly once in 2024 with the companion app running by August 12th, or the claim is released. Okay, fair enough. That's fair enough, because at the end of the day, if you start building something and you don't use it and you're not really, you know, you're not really being active on it, give it to someone else. Just giving you a heads up on the max props is 20, but if you upgrade your airport, you get more. Thank you so much. It doesn't let you land cover up water, I think. Can someone fact check that? MSFS is awful and overwrites the top of the train changes. Still trying to work on that. I mean, we might have messed up here, but listen, guys, if we've got to make something here, I don't know. We'll see. Ideally, I wanted to do it kind of round Southport way, but there's so many airports, so many farms and buildings and farmlands, and I was trying to measure out. I was trying to get something, as I say, around the same kind of length as Liverpool, Manchester runway. So, you know what? Let's just start getting into it and see what we can do. It might be something that I completely not use and I let it just get released, but I want to show you from this point. This is it was important to me that I showed you the points of after signing up and claiming things. I also want to try in this live stream. I know Project Airports want I'll try and show you, but delivery manager as well. So consider it. Think about it as in the similar thing. You don't need to know any kind of livery building skills. You can go into a full livery editor with the aircraft, paint it, put designs on it, upload full, almost wraps, almost your own picture to put on the tail or the fuselage, and then it can be imported into the sim as your own thing as well, which is incredible. I think it's really cool. You can release claim and grab a new one as much as you want with the first if you want. Okay. I mean, do you know what? I was just scoping this area out originally, and I thought that might be good. I mean, I've just noticed there's an actual pond here, which is kind of where I want to put the airport, and I don't know how much wiggle room I'm going to get with maybe putting it on this bit of land here, the runway. We'll see. I guess we'll see. We'll have a little look. The main point of this live stream, guys, is to actually show you the editor building some things. It might not be pretty, you know. It's a bit of a learning curve. It's very, very intuitive, but it's a learning curve. I want to show you it in the simulator working. It might not be the prettiest airport to start with, but it's the live stream isn't about showing you making the prettiest international GA whatever airport. It's to show you the simplicity of the sign up, the claim, getting into it, building, and just the whole ease of use. But it's definitely something I want to improve of and kind of, make really, really nice looking airports and do a bit more research, because I think that's people just claim land and that's great, but doing a bit of research and seeing where we're going to put something down. Just letting you know that the train mode is very laggy. No worries, but I mean, this is the thing, guys. I mean, listen, this is still quite new, and I know Project Airports is on, I think it was the start of the week or maybe even the Sunday, they had like 250 odd new users go into the to the site and start using the tools. So, and that's incredible, and it also just shows you the the community gathering up and showing this new tool off. Let's have a little look. So you've got levels and stuff as well. You can also put your airport code in if you like. I haven't really thought about that. I don't really know what digits we've got to use. I don't know what. There's a dirt strip, grass strip, gravel runway, clean white gravel. Let's have a little. I mean, I would have loved to have done regional, but we'll see. But yeah, thank you so much, guys, for all of the love. As I say, loads of you guys in here checking this out. I'll be live again tomorrow, and then again at some point this week, possibly over the weekend, showing off the new chase plane update with the spotter camera and doing some virtual plane spotting. That's going to be quite exciting. Right, okay. Right, let's go. Because this is a bit different, guys. Obviously, we're not in the sim and we're not in a plane. We're not looking around the virtual airport like we usually do. You will want to click that move airport area button to move the buildable area over there, right side. Right, okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to use the money that I've got, though. That's the thing. Let's have a little look. Move airport area. I mean, I see what you're saying, mate. Thank you so much. I see what you're saying. Yeah. So this, because it was over there. It was over here somewhere. I mean, I didn't really look at the land over here. I suppose if we had a good look around here. I mean, look, we've got this looks like a grass strip already over here. This looks like it was an airport. In fact, that might be an airport, but there's no kind of indication that it is. But it does look like, doesn't it? In fact, do you know what? That's actually quite a space you could use. You could kind of get the runway all the way along here. Anyway, let's have a look. Was that a plane that you can see in the actual... Oh, no, they're wires. Stop getting distracted. Right, let's get in here. Oh, hang on. What have we got here? We don't want the runway, yeah. We don't want that, yeah. Can we delete that? Can we delete that? How do we delete that? Let's be... Oh, no, that's grass coverage. What am I doing here? Sort it out, Brian. The problem with obviously doing this completely blind, or not blind, but doing it brand new and not having to go first is that it can get a bit stuck. But this is really showing you the simplicity of building stuff, isn't it? Look at this. I don't know how to get rid of that. You can't just delete it. How do I delete it? I could also just press this, couldn't I? I could also just do that. You can search people's airports where you want to fly. For example, if you type in this airport code, it will take you to the airport. Ah, nice. Okay. Perfect. Right, let's have a little go. We're not going to be able to do a massive runway. Let's do something here. and we'll have to get in a GA aircraft. But yeah, thank you everyone. I really appreciate it. Obviously, thank you to Project Airports for your time in the live stream and checking it out. When it's easier, you think about the area that you want to get, you can plan to update to level 2. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the idea. So it almost becomes like City Skylines, Project Coaster in that sense of that. Although you're building your own airport in there, you'll be upgrading over time, and you'll be making your airport bigger and better, and getting more passengers and more flights and stuff like that. So it is really good in that sense when you look at it. Right, let's start off by getting a runway in here. Should we do a dirt strip? Let's do a dirt strip. No, hang on. Let's do a gravel. Is it just a case of, okay, yeah, perfect. How do I... Oh, hang on. I remember. You need to go to... You go to there, you go to there. But how do I... How do I actually move it? Do you know what I mean? Because it's not... You can reset it to auto the same way, but how do I actually move it along? Because obviously we can change the direction. That's cool. You can actually change the ground cover as well. So we'll want to probably keep it to grass as well. Ah, right, okay, I see. But then my ground cover isn't staying with me though. That's the problem, isn't it? Let's stick it in. Oh, hang on. Let's stick it there. The issue I've got is my ground cover is now over there. Do you know what I mean? Can I get rid of that ground cover? Oh no, I don't want to do that. There we go. Right, okay, okay, perfect, yeah. I mean, you know what? It's one of those you can, where is it? Reset land. Do I need to actually say... Yeah, look at that. Spot on. I mean, obviously, like I said before, guys, bit of patience. It's me doing it from completely no knowledge in this, but also absolutely no knowledge of the SDK. So we've got ourselves a little runway here now, a little gravel runway. So do you know what I might do? We don't really see many gravel strips, do we, in the UK? Should we change it to a... I don't know why it's wobbling like that. I just want to move it over a bit. Let's put it there, because I'm thinking we're going to need a place for planes to go, aren't we? I'm thinking we should have it as a grass strip, because we don't really have like gravel and dirt ones in the UK. We can also make a water runway if we wanted, you know. That's another good thing. I had to move a lot of things at level 2 area to accommodate a larger runway. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Because obviously I'm guessing your perimeter is going to completely go massive as well. Do you know? So, I mean, I would have loved to have built a full-on big airport in the live stream, but I don't think we're going to really have time to sit there and make a big international airport with with even just something regional, or something like Liverpool Airport, for example, single runway, a couple of different aprons and stuff. This is going to be more like maybe Manchester Barton or something, even though that's got multiple runways. Thank you all for all the likes and the shares and everything on this one. I really appreciate it. I'm glad that there's some of you guys in the chat who have decided to come in to have a little look at this one. We can make this a bit bigger, but you know where the land is? I think it's really, really a nice fit. So we will just leave it at that. Taxiway. Should we just do it as a traditional kind of... I love the point and click. That is so nice. Look at that. Takes everything on an angle to your runway to keep it realistic. So like I can feel it snapping. Well, I can't feel it, but I can feel it snapping into place there. And then I can bring it round and kind of join it onto there, can't I? Like that. Hang on, how do I do it? How do I finish? How do I stop? How do I stop? Is it because has it got a... What have I done here? Oh, now I've deleted it. Okay, fair enough. Click on the final dot again or hit enter. Okay, cheers, mate. Yeah, guys, this is where the real patience needs to be advised, because I'm still learning. Let's bring that a bit closer. Enter's not working. Asphalt was not placed. I didn't pick asphalt. Enter isn't working. To remove the last waypoint. Yeah, I see that's not the easiest. Watching this helps me a ton. No worries, mate. I mean, that's why we do it. Let's... Okay, delete that. That's just deleted that. But I can't finish the taxiway. That's the issue. Do you know what I mean? I can't finish the taxi line because it keeps on curving round. I can delete the things and absolutely no problem, but I can't finish building a taxiway. Oh, click on the material. I see it's default, so I can adjust that for sure. Right, okay. Is that why? Yeah, there we go. Cheers, mate. Thank you so much. Click on the dot to finish. Yeah, no, it's because it was set to asphalt for some reason. That's why it was having issues, because it was obviously selected on a level that I hadn't unlocked, and it wouldn't work. It wouldn't let me play something that I hadn't unlocked, which is fair enough, isn't it? What kind of runway length have we got here? I'm assuming this is in meters. Is that right? When we're looking at this, I'm assuming it's in meters. 682. Uh, 2,200. Hang on, did that go off for you guys? Yeah, perfect. But yeah, so is a bit of this. This is what we've got going on so far, and obviously the idea for this is that we can then easily build and sync this. We can build it now if we wanted and take it into the sim, and I can show you in the sim. Obviously, we want to try and do a bit more. So let's. What should we do now? Should we do an apron? Let's have a little look. I mean, I haven't really left myself a lot of room for an apron, but that isn't a problem. I see that. Like, I want to try and keep things in like its own bit of field. I think it will help when it's rendered into the sim that with there's a a field and everything. I'd also suggest doing dirt on grass or grass on dirt. Okay. It just looks like a field. Okay, that's fair enough. I will take your suggestion. I mean, to be honest with you, I will be spending some time at some point doing, a bit, another airport. As you can see, we can also do corner radiuses. We can also, as you can see, that they're syncing up. We can make it square if we want. Fantastic. We can also, on the fly, make the taxiway a bit thicker as well. Let's have a little look. We could also probably do a there's no harm in doing potentially at some point doing a concrete or an asphalt apron or something like that as well. So let's have a little gander at that. Gravel, grass on grass looks like an old RAF aerodrome, yeah. Would suggest to make a ground cover smaller or remove it entirely. Okay. Cheers, guys. I mean, obviously, I know it sounds like you guys are have been doing your own airports. I don't know if we should make it smaller, if that's what you were saying. I don't know if we can do this any faster. I suppose we keep this inside of kind of this bit of field that we've identified as the airport. So yeah, we'll do that. Again, it doesn't really give us much room for, this is going to be a small one. When I thought about doing this last year, I envisioned that I'd be making a big massive airport, but no. I'm going to just move that up a bit. Can you make grass runway and taxiway to a different shade of green? It's a good question. And again, massive thank you to Project Airports for being in the chat for this one. What I might do is I might delete the taxiway and do it on the other side and make it a bit less bigger, if that makes sense. I love that it snaps and you can kind of make it run perfectly parallel to the along the runway as well, which is cool. Camera controls, I don't know if you can make them a less sensitive or less you can mess with that. I'm not going to bother right now, but that might be something to look at and maybe be able to do. Apron, I'm not going to be what I want to do now, guys, is I just want to get some stuff in, get some detailing on, blah blah blah, and get it into sim and show you what it's all about. Cover makes marked areas auto flat level and may look bad on some terrain differences. Yeah, not really. It's I mean, to be perfectly honest, guys, let me just say that the actual fact that we've got something like this now in the sim where we can build our own airports without messing about with the SDK, and I think that in itself is pretty cool. Right. Also, is the only one type for each. Right. Like, let's get on with this, guys, and let's try and see if we can get some kind of grass apron, gravel apron, dirt apron. Let's do a gravel apron just to, I don't know, sort of. Yeah. Do you know what? We could kind of let's build like a, because we'll put a couple of stands here, and then do you know what? I love that we can just do this. We can just build like this. Let's put the apron along there like that. Do you know what I mean? And we can have a couple of parking stands there, and a couple there. We can have some buildings. Oh, we can actually just drag and think. I'm thinking what we might do is we might put this. I don't know if that's going to cause issues, but so it's not perfectly parallel, is it? Can we? Oh, we can actually snap it. We can snap it to the. Yes, okay, that's cool. We can snap it to the taxiway. Hang on, what have we done here? Is that a gravel? Yeah, perfect. James, good to see you. I know James Hudson has actually taken a look at this as a video on his channel as well. Check layers, put it under. Oh, we got layers as well, have we? Where's the layers? What's this? Is that... No, we don't want that. We got layers as well. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're telling me? I'm going to put all streamers against each other at some point and get it. Oh, right. Okay. Mr. Salt, good to see you. Yeah, it's been a minute, hasn't it? Sorry, guys, if I miss any chat because I just want, like I say, I want to build something at least. It might not be pretty. It might not be pretty, but I want to try and get it in. Let's get a fence. Let's get a fence going around here. Should we do a farm fence? Because that's a bit more fitting, isn't it? Should we get a farm fence kind of? Let's start. Hang on. Right at the end of the runway. No. Is that where it snaps to? Why is it snapping to the runway? Is that right? Because I'm thinking more there, to be honest with you. We'll put this over here just so we've got some wiggle room for... I mean, the runway goes all the way down to here, so... It's going to be a fence right on the threshold of the runway. Let's do that. I don't know if we put a gate in there or something like that. There we go. And then you can see it kind of joins itself back up, which is pretty cool. You can see that it's kind of trying to figure out where... Let's just put it there. Hang on. Yes, there we go. And then you can see there's our fence in there. Pretty dead nice. Really nice, intuitive. Hold shift to get past any snapping. Cheers, mate. Thank you so much. Guys, listen, I really appreciate it. And listen, please keep in mind, everyone's been really, really nice so far with kind of my lack of knowledge with this. It's because I've not done this. I've had a little go with the demo, but even then with the demo, I didn't really do much with it. I changed some materials and stuff. With this is the first time I'm properly building the airport, and I'm having a proper go at it. So I do apologize. Again, the whole point of this live stream was to show you the process of claiming land, starting your own airport, doing it in front of you. So listen, if it's a long live stream, it's a long live stream, but you can click forward and click back and trying to skip areas and see how it's all done. But listen, guys, it's so intuitive that this type of thing doesn't really need a tutorial. It really, really doesn't. It's so good. Don't forget my he's mount. It's a good idea, mate. Yeah. You can put gates. Nice. Okay. Well, we put a gate in. Can we put gates? Let's have a little look. Do we put gates in just by clicking on it, or? I mean, it's selected now. I'm guessing we can just add a gate in by objects. Because when you start going into objects, guys, this is where you start. I mean, look at all this. Look at all this. This is where the fun begins, and you can see some of the buildings that we can put for more regional size airports, and obviously airports like this as well. It's there's a few things to look at. Let's put it that way. There really is. Look at this. We can start going mad with planes. We can start putting some static objects in. You know, you decide on what you're putting in your airport, whether you want to put some static aircraft in or leave it completely, you know, clear for your own aircraft. You got crowds here if there's, you know, people watching it. These little general aviation airports, I still love them. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, we can start doing all that. Click on the fence and then select the gate type on the left menu. Okay, right. I must have missed that. Gates, iron gate, car park gate, barrier arm. Let's have a little look. I mean, we're going to use some money here, aren't we? I mean, we already have used a bit of money already. There's a bit of a gap there. What happened there? There we go. Look at that. Hang on. What have I done here? Let's do that. Let's do that. First hangar is spawnable with auto doors. Nice. Okay, we'll have a little look at that because, I mean, I suppose the gate really should be. I think the gate should be actually over here as well. That's a massive apron, by the way. That's probably way too big for like a general aviation airport, I guess. So yeah, like I say, guys, this won't be the prettiest. It's gonna be yeah, that is a massive apron. I don't think we needed anything that big, but it is what it is. We could probably start putting some buildings down, some like cabins and stuff. Them type of build, you know, these prefab buildings. I think these are probably kind of what you'd see at like a general aviation apron. I mean, you can see that's. I think the apron is far too big. I think I've gone a bit overboard on the apron size, if I'm going to be totally honest. Yeah, I think I have. I think I have. Let's. Is it? Can we just scale this back a bit and kind of? I think the fences also probably goes out a bit too far as well. I think. Can I? No, I don't want to do that. I just want to do what I've just done. Yeah, exactly. And I am so happy that that's how easy it is to make that little change, and it's not going to be too fiddly. But then, can we? Is it going to mess? No, it isn't. It is just gonna. Yeah, see, there's the line. So you can see as we go along, you'll see that's where it snaps and it stays on that line. So that's perfect. Yeah, okay, let's leave it like that. And we can have a car park over here and what have you. Which is pretty cool. We can rotate, I guess we can, yeah, there you go. You can rotate the buildings like that. Let's stick a couple of these kind of porta cabins along here. Not bad. Not pretty, you know. I think what's good is you can start seeing the potential of what can really be done here. With how many objects there are. Yet we are spending money, but you know, we can get some of these porta cabins in, and I'm assuming in avatar mode these are going to be fully explorable as well. I'd a guess. They're not completely lined up. I mean, we can start, you know, with the camera zoom. The camera controls are really nice. The cameras work nice. I think a little bit of sensitivity maybe on how much it swivels. Should we put, like, I don't know. This is the thing, guys. If you wanted to, you could start zooming in and you can start populating some of these little bits with a clutter and stuff like that. So maybe there's doors at the side of these, so we probably want to put a tiny bit of space in between them as well. And that's how, when you start getting to this point and putting your buildings in and your clutter and stuff like that, most structures you cannot enter. Ah, that's a shame. That's a shame. I'd definitely like to see that, because for avatar mode, especially if you're making something like this, like a thingy, little general aviation airport, I think that apron's still far too big. Oh, hang on. Can I get rid of... No, hang on. I'm thinking probably... something like that. Just for now. Or even... I don't know, something like that. I do love that that's how easy it is to do. I mean, yeah, we're moving things around again, aren't we? So, and I also really appreciate that there's the undo button as well, because when it comes to some builders out there, whether it's I don't know, a tycoon game or whatever, not having an undo button is a pain in the bum. Don't forget the ATC tower. Yeah, we will. These are 99% models, and for some reason they have a lot of invisible walls. I had a way to remove dots that I can't recall how. No worries, mate. No worries. I mean, this is the fun process, and obviously people who are into the channel who love the kind of scenery tours, and I do have one tomorrow. Don't worry, I'll be over in the US checking out a new Zhevietsky design airport. So stay tuned for that, and I'll get that scheduled in for you guys to take a look at. I'm really excited about having a look at that. Should we put something else in? A generic. I don't know. Is this taking me past my? Oh no, that's a nice size. Let's have a little go at this. Should we? Yeah, should we just do that? Should we just put that there? Leave a little gap in between, just because I realise there's doors there. In the grand scheme of things, it won't matter. Okay, let's just keep things simple, I guess, and just, you know. I mean, I don't want to be really, really specific, but I also don't want to. I don't want it to look weird. Not bad, not bad. I would say also the taxiways are probably far too big as well. They're gonna look massive, aren't they? And obviously bringing the size of the taxiways down is going to bring things over a bit. Oh. Yeah, let's just stick them kind of there like that. Nope. That's not bad. Again, we could spend absolutely hours on stuff like this. Just don't put any silly substation. Exactly. Don't put any electrical station, big mass, a horrible brick wall, which, to be fair, looks like it's been there for years and years and years. You know, we can start. Yeah, you know, you can. Don't know if there's any specific car park. Maybe I don't know if there's I guess you could just do ground cover, couldn't you? You could just do like a. How'd you do it? That's just ground cover anyway, isn't it? That's just the ground cover. Can we actually put a car park in? Can we do that? Can we? Is there any? Is any? You got boats and everything there. Look at that. And you can still also go mad and put some of your own fences and barriers in. You know, we can do. We could do one here, for example. Some little more added detail. You know, you could run a fence along there. Can we duplicate? Can we? Oh yes, can we? Where does it duplicate to? Over there. We might not need that one though. You know, we can put our own individual fences in as well, which, you know, is gonna start getting to the point of where you need to be a bit more specific with your placements. But, you know, you can add that little bit of extra detail in there where, you know, it's enclosed. There are painted parking lines somewhere. Okay. We've also got foliage as well. You can brush in some vegetation as well, which is pretty cool. I do like that. Oh. Yeah, we don't want to do that too much. We don't want to be doing that too much. Fence height bush. I don't know, can we, you know, we could. I don't want to do that too much. That's brush size is a bit too much, isn't it? You know, you can do this and start getting creative with your foliage and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. This is TPHI has a really impressive airport. Maybe take a look at his later. how do we do that? Can we do it in the sim from the companion app? You'll have to let me know, guys, people who have obviously been in this and gone into the sim, because we still haven't synced it up to the sim or anything. So I don't know how easy it is just to go and take a look at the airports. But certainly another live stream can definitely be going to people's airports and taking a look at them for real. I think that's a really good idea of, going to, see the community's airports as well. And then look at that. You've got a lot of detail. Windsocks and stuff like that. There is so much you can do with this one. I'll stick that there. I mean, there's probably places where it should be. Let's see what we've got in terms of. Oh, bear with us 1 second. Where am I going? Right, let's have a little look. From the app, okay. So the app, okay. Righty, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, we've got so much here, guys. With there's two-tone there. Look at that. Sea bases as well. Yes, after you save and synchronize, you can then load the sim and put my. Okay. Nice. I love that it is that easy. Hangars, let's have a little looky at some of the hangars that we've got going on. You can see that we've got some control towers and stuff like that. Airport ops, control tower. Have you got anything that's like really, really small and wooden? And I don't know. Let's have a little look. These are a bit more expensive though, that's the thing. I mean, we've got some really big ones from certain airports as well, which is pretty cool. There's a lot of you could spend so much of your time with this and not actually in the sim, which obviously isn't the idea. It's not the idea. Make sure you have all regions selected as well in the app. Okay, let me try and make sure I've got that region sync. Active regions, they seem to be okay. Let me first spawnable hangable a GA plane. Right, okay, I'll have a little look. Right, okay, let's carry on with the airport because I want to try and. You can also see where these have been placed as well. That's pretty cool. I guess it's more of a smaller kind of control building. There's so much variety. So much variety. You could easily. Yeah, some of these are from actual airports as well. This building itself, this looks pretty cool. If we stick that there, maybe? I mean, that looks really cool. Let's. Because what we could do is, what do you reckon? I mean, yeah, let's just stick that there. That makes sense for sure. What we do need to do is kind of get some markings down for some aircraft as well. GA, ramp GA, ramp small. Let's just put a GA. There's other ones you can do as well. So you don't need to do that, for example. You can just have it come off the taxiway, which... Day patch, that sounds good. There is an active fuel station in is markers and parking. Perfect. Again, massive thank you to everyone for being so great with, you know, helping me out and making the process a bit easier when I'm getting a bit stuck. Another one there. How do I move the blue circle? I just selected it and just kind of... It feels like it snaps and aligns to the other one, but I don't think it does. I don't know if you can also just place stands wherever you want, but for now I am just gonna do a couple. Front end of planes will be on the grass. Okay. So let's take these back a bit like that. So in fact, actually, when you're looking at the these are probably a large GA stands. When we're looking at it now, this apron is probably maybe even a tiny bit too small potentially, but still, I think again I'll like to just say that the point of this stream is to show you the how easy it is to go in and do it, and then sync it all up rather than spending a lot of time building the airport. We have spent a considerable time already doing the airport, so I mean that's not too bad. I'm not proud at the minute. Listen, guys, back in the day, Roller Coaster Tycoon and even Cities, even Project Coaster, more recently, I actually started building a recreation of Camelot theme park. If anyone in the UK, maybe even if you're not in the UK, there used to be a theme park in the north of the UK called Camelot, and it was absolutely fantastic. But it's now just a rubble. You still little signs of it being there, but I started making a full-on replica of it in Project Coaster, and it got some great attention. It was pretty cool. So things like this I can get really into. 3 objects left. Oh, right, okay. Have I nearly reached my limit? And then obviously we'll need to give our airport a you know, hashtags and stuff like that. And yeah, I don't know what we're gonna call it. Can we call it? What have we got as an ICO code? What's Liverpool Echo Golf Papa? Echo Golf Papa. I don't know if we got. We probably have everything that we can use, to be honest with you. So we might just have to be careful. I would say most mapping mods take time if you want to be top notch. I'm guessing this is similar to also. Is this just a way to get the player base to make the sim more? It's a good question. It really is. But I think I think apart from some of the abandoned ones and some of the ones that are really, really obscure, I think the sim does a fantastic job of putting nearly every airport in the sim. But yeah, let's see. There's probably guys. Listen, there's going to be a load that I've missed out. A lot of things. A lot. What's that? I mean, you can start when you look. You got your taxi signs as well. It's gonna be so. When you start building bigger airports with the terminals and the bigger taxiways and the bigger aprons, yeah, these are all fantasy fields. Yeah, exactly, they are. Yeah, I mean, people can build their own fictional airports however they want, and they can get really realistic rather with it. There's some airport codes, isn't there, with not just 4 digits, there's 5 digits. Can we go Echo Golf? We could do like E-Geek. Let's call it E-Geek. Because I know there is some codes where you put there's smaller fields where you can put a 5th code, I think. But yeah, I think, guys, a lot of you guys have obviously mentioned in the chat about going to visit other communities' airports, and I think it's a good idea for another live stream. I might obviously go in and check some of them when we've synced it up and go into the sim. That will be a really great idea, but I think as a whole new stream idea, once I'm getting used to this and sync things up and I get used to using the companion app, I think definitely a dedicated live stream showing off some of the communities' airports is a fantastic idea. What I'm finding in the industry is a lot of AAA devs taking advantage of EA model. I wasn't for them at the aim, so I see AAAs using it to get clients to pay. Yeah. Yeah, we need to obviously name it as well, don't we? What should we do? Should we? Again, I'm you know, we'll continue to maybe improve the airport over time. What time are we on now? We're on. Should we call it Geek Field? I don't know. What have we got in the UK? You know, they don't have many something. They don't have many. They don't use the term field in the UK, do they? It's more of the US they use that. We've got like Barton Aerodrome. We can call it Geek Aerodrome, I guess. Let's not beat around the bush with it. Geek Aerodrome. Why this spot? Where the name come from? What should pilots fly here? Why should pilots fly here? What pilots should fly here? Had a little bit of history, real or imagine. What should we do? Hashtag UK. Hashtag UK. Hashtag. It's kind of Blackpool way, isn't it? Let's be honest. Hashtag GA. Dewberry's gaming. No worries, mate. As long as you're being respectful and keeping things PG and you know, keeping it within reason. Which, to be fair, mate, compared to some of the comments I've had in previous live streams of people saying that I'm not flying and it's a boring live stream, you know, I don't mind it, mate. It's I again, as long as it all makes sense and it's all relative. Do you know what I mean? I appreciate it. I'm gonna write something silly and something that's a bit, you know, yeah. Geek Aerodrome. What's established? Is it EST 2026 during a airports live stream a place for GA pilots to come and relax. Grab a cuppa and talk all things flight simulation. Something like that. Save and pay. Let's save and pay. There we go. There we go. We've been charged. We've got 3,000 left. So you can build a random airport, in essence, and fly it or solo mode, but not live. Does it all we need to verify before it goes live? Of course, fellow, no worries. I'm 48. I have no manners. I have manners. Yeah, of course, mate. No worries. I mean, yeah. Obviously, if Project Airport is still in the chat, they'll definitely be able to the one to answer that question. I don't know if it's gonna appear in the live multiplayer. That's a good question. I don't know. I'm assuming it would be great to do so people can come and fly with each other into their airport. You know, you can be at one community member's airport and then do a little flight. Do you know what I mean? Like if someone had an airport over by Leeds, Bradford, we could all fly over and land at my airport. I hope that we can do that. Right, let's just try and I don't know. I don't want to just go in and leave it like that. Can we? I don't know. A antenna structure looks nice to put in. Can we put that? Can we put that somewhere down here? Maybe, I don't know. Let's. Suppose we could just put it all the way down here. Just stick it there. Just dead random. There's probably a place. I still like to know if we can put like a car park in here with like a gravel car park in and put some cars in. I don't know. If anyone could let me know, please. Only people with PA installed can view your airport in the sim. Right. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. If you are role running Project Airports app, you can. A couple of us tried to do the night. Nice. Okay. Well, that's good. That's fantastic. That's spot on. There's no reason not to do that, and it makes sense as well. Right. Let's. What else can we pop in? Oh, hang on. What did I select then? No, we don't want that. We don't want that. No, hang on. What else can I put in that looks fairly GA? Didn't put any helicopter things in. A little bit of clutter maybe. You can put in cars in there under objects. Yeah, but how do I make like a car park? How can I make like a visible area similar to the taxiways and runways where it's like a massive big a massive ground area? Yes, I used the another apron for car park as we can say. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. We could do that. Let's do that actually. Let's do dirt. Let's do. Oh, hang on. Let's just put the. Because I'm thinking. Something like that. Yeah, like that. And let's... Yeah. Oh, hang on. Yeah, so something like that. You've got like a little entranceway. Put some cars in. Do you remember where the parking lot lines are? Ah, that's a good question. Yeah. I don't know where the parking lines would be. You've got like logos, props, and details. Let's get some cars in there. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate everyone's time tonight, and this is obviously a bit different because we're sitting there making things, and we're looking at it. We're not inside the sim yet, and it's a bit of more of a slow pace, isn't it, than what we are usually accustomed to. Cars. That says car line. That's just a line of cars. Let's... Okay. I don't know if there's a way, but it would be cool if we could get the more up-to-date car models, the 2024 car models, wouldn't it? If that makes sense. Kind of the newer car models would be better. That's a good line. That's a good... There, car park lines. There we go, look. I suppose we could, but with it being a GA airport, I don't think we need to put any car lines in, really, do we? And the cars will just be kind of spread out. Let's just try and do a few more bits, and then we'll jump into the sim, guys, because obviously I want to show you how, well, from what I've heard, how easy it is to sync it all up. But the idea would be to obviously get a few more of these fences here, add these along the car park, get a bit more of a everything closed off and a bit more detailed as well. That would be good. 10 objects done. Is that it? Is that all I've got? Can I not put any more objects? Is it gonna stop me? Is that what we're saying? I mean, it's let me put 11 objects in. Is this an open test or closed one? This is fully open. Now you can go and try the demo on the main page. I've linked it below, but you can sign up for free and get in there. Everything's open for everyone. We can get involved and everything. Is there a limit to objects? And obviously, Max Slash, you're saying 10 objects is done. Is it going to just not let me buy the 11th object? It seems a bit... It may not load. Okay. Listen, guys, let's it's in my opinion, this is just far from what I would call detailed. I would love to go really, really in depth. But let's get this synced. Let's get this built and synced. So I'm going to build and sync. Save and build. Get the app to fly and sync. Building queue, we're compiling the airport into 2024 package. Last step to get the desktop app syncs the finished airport into the sim so you can fly it, as you can see. So does FS have their own platform, or is this one used? This no, Microsoft doesn't have any kind of thing like this. You can learn the SDK and have it has its own inbuilt scenery editor, but it is nowhere near as intuitive as this. You need to learn it, and if you want to put your own objects in there, you're gonna have to obviously build them on Blender and stuff like that. It's definitely not as... Yeah, it's definitely not. Right, for people watching who have obviously done all this and synced and everything, I've got the companion app open. I don't know if it's telling. Oh, hang on. Status: your airport is being built and synced. Build in process. I'm assuming I can't load the sim up until it's actually saying it's being built. Also, as well, let me know how long this process takes. This is something that I probably didn't think about with a live stream in mind, is that if this process takes a long time, then we probably aren't going to be able to load the sim up and see it in the sim. Okay, so flight sim is know your code. Yeah, you need to know the SDK and stuff like that. The UI isn't. I've had a little go of it. It's not amazing. If you want players to see it, it must come from the app. Yeah, my app is open. I'm assuming that with the app open, it's gonna do what it needs to do. Yes, only if made in project will be seen by other. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's exactly what we're saying. Yeah, yeah, that is. It's you need to obviously have the app and everything, and it's all free, of course. So it's still building now. I'm assuming as long as it's ready. Is it? Yeah, it is. Okay. Your airport is live. I'm assuming so it's not a mod injector, more like layer over the top. I can't answer that one. I haven't got a clue. Regions synced and healthy. It says it's syncing, so I'm gonna wait till that's synced up. I'm assuming that's all done now. I'm assuming that I don't need to do anything. Do I need to put anything in my community folder? It's also got a counter in the top as well. How does that affect sync loads running at the same time as? I haven't got a clue. eGeek is online. Press sync now to get your files downloaded by the companion. Go to the sim. I'm assuming, is that it? It still says on here that it's being built. I'm better just leaving it for a minute just to make sure. Right, okay, it's all done. Okay, so it's gonna... Right, I'm gonna load the sim up, guys. Okay. I'm gonna load the sim up, so if you hear the sim loading, that's what it is. And we can have a little look. So this is the part now. This is what I'm looking at. Because the build is great. The ease of use is fantastic. The builder online is brilliant. You as you guys seen, it's intuitive. You don't need to spend time going on YouTube and wrecking your brain on how to do things. It looks like it's just, you know, we've done something basic. Everything is linked in the stream description, guys. If you're wondering what this is, Project Airports. It's still fairly new, but the player base has grown and strength to strength. Lots of new users, including myself. And like I say, my experience with it so far, brilliant. The editor, the way you drag and drop things, making taxiways, gates, it's all dead snappy. Yeah. I do want to work on it not an international airport, something of the size of maybe East Midlands, Liverpool airport type size. Let me just see if I can lower this, and I will obviously change. There we go. So for the guys who have obviously used this now and synced it up with the companion app running, I'm assuming it is just going to work. If the companion app's not running, what happens? I'm guessing it just doesn't load. If you guys can let me know. Does the companion app have to be running? This is what I'm saying. If it's not running, I'm assuming it's not going to sync it up. Perfect Math / videos, because that is another thing that I haven't mentioned. Obviously, you do get rewarded with the in-game currency. So let's just not sort of hide that away, because I haven't really mentioned it, but you can earn more money to buy more things, which is fair enough. The app needs to be run. Yeah, I will pin the comments. That's a good shout, Mike. Thank you so much. It's not letting me click on that for some reason. So I've pinned the message there, guys, with the link. But yeah, as I say, massive thank you to everyone. I will be live again this week. I'll be taking a look at the new chase plane update as well. You do need the app for tracking currency and injecting stuff like WinSocks. Perfect. Like I say, I'll be live again this week. I'm going to be taking a look at the chase plane update with the spotting camera, which I am excited about. I'm excited. There's a few different virtual plane spotting camera apps and integrations to other apps, and some do it well, some don't do it so well. I'm wondering what the guys at Chase Plane have been able to do with their kind of iteration of a spotting camera. I think it is live now. I know, and I'm pretty sure James Hudson, who was in the live chat before, or still is, has done a video about that straight away. So I am curious to see if it's live. I have updated it. We'll have a little check once we get in, actually, and see if it's on there live. But I am curious to see just how well they've done the whole, the plane spotting camera. From what I've read and seen on the post that they've put out, it does look good. So for me, for a spotting camera, I've always wanted it to have two things, basically. The way of moving the camera to a certain spot. So for example, if I'm in the virtual runway viewing park at Manchester in the sim, I want to be able to move my camera in there to wherever I want, and the camera to still track an AI plane and stay tracked to it. And also the way of seeing what planes are which, a map with the details and stuff like that. Right, let's have a little look. So we're in a I guess. Do you know what? Let's get into the 152, the Ducky 152. And let's have a little look. There's Sazzle over there. There's Two-Tone. So our airport should be... There we go, guys. Look at that. Geek Aerodrome. You can see Project Airports there as well. Mrs. TPHI. Bit ominous. Let me know the code for your one, or everyone knows the code for that. Like I say, I do want to do a specific live stream visiting people's airports. I don't want to review people's airports at all. But I'd like to go and check a load of people's airports out and have like a whole stream of checking people's airports out with the drone camera and having a look around them. Listen, guys, any codes that you want to pop in the live chat, let me start that again. If you want to pop your codes into the live chat, listen, I can't visit everyone's tonight on a live stream. That's not the point of this live stream. But if you put your codes in, I will try and do as many as I can within sort of the time limit. But I will do a dedicated one. Switch for daytime, by the way. I will do, yeah, I will do. Because I've put no lighting in at all, so it's not going to be very, very good to look at. You could do a hop flight going several each flight. Yeah, definitely, guys. Like I say, perfect, guys. A couple in there. I will do my best. So here we go, guys. Look, here it is. As you can see, it's a bit messed up because I think my ground has set to mud, and so is my actual runway. So I don't think this is going to work very well, sadly. But let's have a little look. I think the ground coverage is the same as the taxiways, unfortunately. But you know what? Let's have a little look. Let's have a little look. So here we go. Here's what I've just built in the online editor. As you can see, there's the buildings that we saw. It's fantastic. It is really, really cool. There's the little shed. Hardly a hangar, is it? You know, there we are. There's my terrible haircut. So there's actually collision on these buildings, which is pretty cool. I do like to see that. There's some of the bushes we put there in the little detail. There's some of the cars as well. But obviously, the biggest thing here right now is I've put the ground coverage as mud or something. I don't know. Maybe is there something to do with the seasons? Maybe will it change? Maybe not. But yeah. Yeah, you got to change the material up. See, that's something I didn't do. Yeah, your ground cover from runway is broken. Me and Brian are in talks for something fab next few weeks. Yeah. But, you know, for example, everything we placed is here. You can see the gravel apron is here that we put in. It's exactly how we put it. There's the fences there. There's all the cars, and those cars actually look fantastic compared to the ones that were shown. These are actually a lot better models than the ones that were shown in the editor, which is brilliant. The fact that you have what you've created, exactly, that's the point I'm making. And yeah, okay, it's some things have messed up a bit, you know, but the fences are all there. You can see all the fence goes all the way around. I'm going to change the weather a bit just to make it a bit more of a nicer day. But you can see there's the taxiway lines there as well. You know, it's not worked out like I wanted to, but I've messed it up a bit. At my airport, the board of the trees aren't properly objects, but rather 3D monsters that look half drawn. Unfortunately, the green area slices right through the middle of them. Yeah. Yeah, I know some of you. Listen, I apologize, guys. A couple of you mentioned about layers and stuff. I need to go in and have a better look at that. But yeah, I've obviously also. I would much rather make it a. Honestly, a concrete and asphalt situation. Ground cover maybe first, yeah. I haven't put the ground cover to the bottom. That's basically the thing. But as you can see, everything is there. Make runway and taxiway gravel. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I don't want to come out the sim and do things again. I'm wondering though, guys. This is the question. I'm sure people have probably asked this, and obviously, Project Airport, you can answer this. If I've got the app open now, if I've got it open, and if I go into the building now and sync everything up, is it going to do it in real time, or is it basically syncing the airport I've just made into from online into a folder, into the community folder. Is the an airport in my community folder now? That is my airport. Or is this all being streamed online through the editor? If that makes sense. I'm assuming I can't just go and update my airport now and it's going to do it in real time. Because if you can do that, that would be bloody awesome. But I'm assuming it doesn't work like that. Is my airport in the community folder? That's another question. Is it there? Just a few questions. Yeah, so the sim has to be off and then it needs to be synced. What I do want to look at though is the ground layer. Where is the layers? Where oh, ground layer, is that what it is? No, it will not update in real time. No worries. It's in your community folder with some objects injected by the companion app. Okay. Right, okay. But how do I... Right, my ground layer was down as dirt anyway, so I think that's the issue we also had. Is that it was down as dirt, so and my runways and taxiways are down as dirt as well, so it wouldn't have worked. You know what I mean? I'm curious though. I am curious. I think what we might do is just have a little check, because once the sim's loaded, it doesn't take too much longer to get back in, does it? So, also, did Chase Plane update? It's gonna stick now. It usually does this. Did Chase Plane update? With the new thing? I don't think it has it? I wonder why. I'm pretty sure James Hudson, he had his. Or am I completely? Do I have to add it in somewhere? The spotting menu, or is it on its own thing? And I don't think it is. Gravel works well for taxiways. James, has your Chase Plane updated at all? No, mine wasn't updated either. I was just talking about it in the upcoming this week. Spot view, yeah, it doesn't seem to be working. No, it's not spot. It's not spot view. It's not. That's not it. Yeah. No, I know, but I think it's a whole different menu. I think across the top here, there's going to be one called spotting or something like that. Only 10% of Chase Plane users have the update. Okay. You know, it's a brand new one. Is the sim skipping for you guys? Is the sim buffering for you guys? If it is, I'm really, really sorry. I'm not too sure what's going on. Let me know though if it is. None of you guys have mentioned it. Let me have a little look. I do want to have a little check and see if I can. Let me just get you back onto here. I'm going to have a little go and see if I can get it back on. So we're just going to close the sim down again. It does mean that we're going to have to wait for it to load back, unfortunately, but I want to try and get this working, so... No, not buffering at all. Thank you so much. I don't know what buffering is. I haven't got a clue what buffering is. Going to set the ground to grass this time. I'm going to change I'm going to change the... There we go. I love that you can actually put the runway lights as well. You can do so much with the runway options on here as well. Centerline lights. Don't think I've got too much for that. Oh, hang on. I haven't got that much money. It's going to cost a lot to do all that. Let's cancel that. Let's cancel that. I can't do that. I've only just noticed. Oh, no. Right, okay. Again, massive thank you to everyone's time for everyone's time tonight. It's been fantastic. Man, he's going to be disappointed in a minute. Yeah, I know he is. He definitely is. Listen, guys, I've changed the ground cover into grass. Am I going to be, before I load this, sync this back in, am I going to be fine? Is it going to show the gravel? I'm going to change it to, can I change it to gravel without being... No, I might just leave it as dirt. Right, I've changed the ground to grass, and then everything else is dirt. Now, will I be able to see it? Let me know in the chat, please, before I sync this up and build it. I can't see. I can see over on the right menu, there's ground layers, apron, gravel, dirt, and then the ground's always... It says ground covers always underneath anyway, so I don't see that being an issue. How do we unlock the tarmac runways project? Ground layers are over right side. Yeah, the left. Left menu if you have... Yeah, the layers, it says the ground. So I've just got a little notification, as you guys can see. Land claim verified. Your first real flight came through, so your ground is locked for good. Happy building. Thank you so much. Yeah, the right corner here, you can see it says the ground layer is always underneath anyway, so there shouldn't be any issues there, I'm assuming. It says aprons on the top. Apron dirt, apron gravel. Yeah, so they're them two, the car park and the apron, and then the taxiways there. Where's the runway? Runway services are fixed anyway, so that should be fine. It's because I think I had the ground layer as dirt. I didn't have any difference, so everything was either gravel or dirt, so there was no way of seeing it. So right now, if I load in now and sync this back in, this should be a way of seeing it. It should be fine. It should be fine now. I'm pretty sure it should be. Because my ground is grass. So there should be some definition between what's what. Right, okay guys, let's give that a chance to work, and we'll load the sim back up and we'll have another little go. I maybe should have put some more objects in, but I know a few guys were saying that I wouldn't be able to do any more objects, potentially. I don't think I need to add all the grass things. I just need to make sure, because I had my ground layer set to dirt or gravel, so it was just blending in with everything. So it wouldn't have, it was looking like it should have looked. It was exactly what it should have been. But Yeah, let's have a little look. So what we'll do, guys, now is if it's still wrong, then I'm not going to go back out and load it back in. What I will do is I'll have a little look at the airport codes and have a check of some of your airports. So if you have created an airport and you've put the code in the chat, fantastic. But I will look at doing a dedicated live stream to have a look at other people's airports and do a stream going through, you know, going through people's airports, having a good look at them, having a fly around them and landing them and stuff like that, and, you know, having a good look around the creations. I don't know if it's done yet. I think it is. Is it done? Done. Your airport is linked. Okay. Here we go. Right. Oh, hang on. There we go. There it is. Right, let's load the sim for one last time, folks. As I say, I'll go in and have a little look at some of your airports before I end the live stream. I'll be going live tomorrow at 8 p.m. taking a look at Zhevietsky Designs Mobile, Alabama airport, brand new airport out this week. And then as soon as the chase plane update arrives on my end, which I'm just waiting on it, I will then go live with I'll do a virtual plane spot on live stream using the new chase plane update. And I am curious because as you guys know, I've checked other virtual plane spotting camera apps for the sim out on live streams on the channel. So I'm really curious of how chase plane have done it. I've got high expectations because it's chase plane. I admit I'm curious. I want to know how well it does from the blog post they put out. Like I said before, when the sim was loading, it does look really well done. I just want to see how well done it actually is. If you have some time, I want an overview of a large project airport potential. It's a countryside airport with tons of objects with life and animations. I will do. I'll have a little check out that. As I say, guys, I will do a dedicated live stream checking out all these airports and having a good look around. Yeah, the cinematic camera mod is very good. I would recommend buying it as well. It is fantastic. It is really, really good. But yeah, for anyone else didn't know as well, because I know a lot of you guys are new to the chat as well, and maybe even new to the channel, please do leave a subscribe. It is free. I've also been building a home Airbus cockpit. I'm not going to move the camera, but if you are on social media and Discord, everything is linked in the stream description. So go and get yourself on my social media and Discord, and you'll see some videos and some pictures of my my half Airbus cockpit, which has taken a bit of a backseat at the minute. It's basically at the minute I'm waiting for some things to turn up which are taking so long to, and I can't advance on to the next part of the build without that stuff. Project Airport, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and I can't wait to get more sort of in depth with everything. Thanks for your time. I really appreciate it. Send all your likes and 10 out of 10s and everything into the chat for Project Airports. I hope I was able to bring some more people into there, but I think a lot of you guys are already started building your own stuff, which is brilliant. Let's have a little look and see if this is actually looks a bit better now. Please load it. Oh, okay, that looks better. It looks a bit lighter. The grass does look a bit lighter than the surrounding areas, but it does look... Oh, my taxiways have actually gone to... It looks more tarmac, doesn't it? Is that gravel? I don't know. Let's just get in there. Let's just get in there. Just type in e-geek. Yeah, I know it is, though. I know it is. Here we go. So yeah, some more live streams this week. I'll be live again tomorrow. Stay tuned for that one. And I will be live with the chase plane update as soon as that comes through. But as you can see now, it does look... Well, actually, do you know what? It still doesn't, does it? I can see it because look, let's get into the thing. I can actually see the taxiways, but something is overlapping. So you guys were right about the layers. I wasn't saying you wasn't right. It's just I've noticed that if we have a little look, let's get chase plane to load, or disable rather, because I just want to use my normal drone camera to take a look at this for you. If we have a little look, you can actually see it. Look. So it is there. And this is actually not too bad of a spot, must admit. There's the fences there. I'm not too sure where that was actually from the original taxiway that we made. There's the antenna that we placed just randomly. Sorry, I placed randomly. There's the other taxiway there. So you can see it. It is there. Everyone's live stream okay at the minute because it went off again. I'm not too sure what's going on. I hope it is okay for everyone. I apologize if it's going off. But yeah, here is what I've just made, and I really, really am blown away by the simplicity of it all. There's actually a builder that you can drag and drop the objects that you've selected and it works. Now, what I will say is that you cannot see when you're lower down. So when you're higher up, you can actually see the taxiways very clearly. You can see the taxiways and the runway very clearly, but when you're down on the ground, that green grass does not look you know, I think I'd like to earn more of the in-game currency and do it tarmac. I'd much prefer the tarmac. But as you can see, it's very, very difficult to see. When you get down closer, you just about see it there for the runway. But again, it's probably something to do with the layering. But again, the layers seem fine. The ground was set to grass. But yeah, right. Okay, let me have a little look at some, just before we finish the live stream, because I'm going to have to, as I say, I'm going to have to set up tomorrow's live stream and get that out there and get it sorted. Yeah, probably because it's on a field. What was your code again, Mrs. TPHI? What was your code? It's Mrs. 69. Mrs. There we go. Let's have a little look, guys. Wow. this is okay. Yeah. Okay. I see what you're doing. Let's have a little look. Wow. Again, just pop your codes in the chat for me again. Sorry. I can't do everyone's, like I say. See, that grass is a lot better, but again, look at this. Look at this. Look what we've got going on here. We've got actual taxiway signs and lights and massive hangars as well. Let's have a better look with the drone camera. Yeah, I'm gonna have fun doing an actual dedicated stream going around these airports. There's gonna be so many to have a look at. Let's have a little look at what you've got going on here. Look at this. Wow. There we go. Mrs. Upside Down. What the Naughty Corner Executive Airport. Arrive classy, depart questionable. Love it. Love it. I tell you what, this is spent some time doing this one, haven't you? Look at this. I mean, look at the build. Look at the actual. You've got like the interior to this hangar as well. I mean, we've got a lot going on here. We've even got a swimming pool, a big wooden kind of something that you'd maybe see over in Switzerland or something like that in the snow. Big manor house, got a golf cart outside there. Who's this here? Hello. That's what Murphy calls me. Here we go. We've got little racetrack, just like you said. We've got some spectators there. Love it. I love this. I love the idea of the racetrack for the cross cart. I'm not going to embarrass myself and load the cross cart in, but look at all of the detailing with the fence and just, yeah, I mean, this is a fantastic example of how much time you can spend doing a airport with project airports and finding a bit of land that works. And this works really well, actually. Marvelous, 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 marvelous. What else did we say? I'm just gonna pick. I'm gonna do Lucas and smooth 737s. Okay, guys, and then we're gonna call it again. I will do a dedicated one. I know there's a couple of you guys posting things in. We'll do that one as well because I think Project Airports told me to do the that one by 12P. Let's have a little look at that. Lima Foxtrot Mike Delta Papa. This one here. Let's have a little look-ski. Here we go, folks. Now. Let's have a little look at this one, eh? I'm trying to make this not turn into the live stream that I want to do, but it's very hard not to see what you guys have been doing. Wow. Okay. 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 Okay, let's...
Parking is isolated. Ground services are not available.
Okay, shut up you. Yeah, I can see. What I would say, guys, for everyone who wants to, if I don't have a look at your airport now, then please try and get into either my social media, send me a message, the code and stuff like that, or get into Discord and send me a code on there so I can start getting a list going on, because this, you know, looking at freeware and looking at payware airports on the channel, we've done a lot of that over the years. But we're entering a completely different era. We're looking at a completely different thing now, aren't we? Look at this. Look at the details we've got going on here. We've got loads of people models, loads of objects as well. Swimming pools, foliage. We've got different I love the taxiways going into the hangar here. We've got helipads as well. This is a very, very good example of how you could spend a very, very large amount of time just in the builder alone and doing something like this. Look at it. Got a hot air balloon. Thank you. Look at that. And then we've also got lights as well. Look at this. Illumination's marvelous, isn't it? Very nice. This would be a lovely one to just get your avatar out and have a walk around with. Well, look how lovely the helipad lighting is as well. Marvelous stuff. As I say, I would like to spend more time doing on a stream, taking a much more of a look at it and doing actual flying in and out of these airports, because I think everyone deserves a pat on the back. Let's do Kilo Victor Hotel Romeo, and then we'll do one more, and then I will have to leave you guys and get myself scheduled in for tomorrow. This is Van Horn what was it? Van Horn Recreational. So we are over the other side of America, where things become a bit more warmer. Look at this. This is out in the wilderness. There's so much you can do. Wow, this is going to be a game changer for many people. It is for people who enjoy the sceneries and wishing they've always had the creative output to do this for themselves and not just download payware or freeware. It is brilliant. And let's just take a moment to appreciate how well it works as well. The editor is so intuitive. The placing of objects works so well, and then the sync, the simple downloading of an app, and then the sync over to the simulator to get it all loaded in, just works flawlessly. Look at this one. This is a proper sort of out in the middle of nowhere in the American wilderness and desert, just open to the elements. You've got some mountains around you for some low-level flying. Brilliant. And then you've got this flat bit of land and you can do some low-level there. And then you have to taxi out on this massive big taxiway. Brilliant stuff. And I'll also mention as well, guys, if you are going to download this and start building your own airport, please do go and visit some airports, go and land at some airports, earn yourself some cash, but also go and check out other people's airports to just to see what other people get some inspiration as well. Really cool. I love this idea, and I love how well it's been executed, because the idea is one thing, but to be able to execute it the way Project Airports have done is fantastic. This is going to be a game changer. The more people find out about this and sign up for it. Hang on, what have we got? W Victor 84. That's not working for some reason. I have synced all the regions. That's smooth. W84 is a small strip based on the Banda one. It's not coming up, mate. I have synced all the regions up, though. All the regions should be in there. Yeah, I've selected all of them. It's not appearing, though. I don't know what's going on. When I'll get support, I will make a big overhaul. Yeah. I don't know why. I'm not too sure, mate. I'm not even will make GSX profile. I mean, that'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? That's the other thing as well, isn't it? I'm not too sure why that's not sinking in, but we'll, as I say, we will do a proper live stream for it. And is it because it needs a space? Maybe, I don't know. That's a shame. Is it because it maybe have you done the other way around? I don't know. We'll do it. I will get a live stream set up and we'll get some recommendations in. But yeah, no, it's fantastic. I am so impressed, very, very impressed, and I can't wait to do more with this. Certainly want to get some more levels unlocked, earn some more money, because I'd like to take it a bit further and do a bit more of a. I definitely want to build a Liverpool, Leeds, Bradford size airport so I can fly an airline into there. But yeah, I will see you guys very, very soon. If you are new to the channel, please do leave a subscribe and please go into my Discord. Please go and give the stream a like. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to be looking at a Jevietzky Design Airport, Mobile, Alabama. I believe the terminal that he's added in, similar to Sydney one and another Polish one he did. The terminal's not even open in real life for another 2 years, I don't think, but he's modelled it in. It's also got the Airbus factory for the A220 there. I'm going to get that live stream sorted, and again, we'll be live again this week to check out the chase plane update when that does arrive. But you know what? Consider myself very, very impressed. Very impressed with that, and I'm going to have to put aside some time to work on building more money up. Sorry for the blank screen there. Build more money up and I don't know, improve what I've got here, or build a new plot of land and get even, I don't know, more airport done. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you for all the new viewers and people's help through this live stream tonight for the past 2 hours. I appreciate it so much. I will see you tomorrow at the same time.